What a cool topic. Um, I was just thinking that'd be fascinating. It's almost like you could be on trial and face a bot prosecutor and have your own bot public defender that were just kind of like arguing with each other. There is precedence for people doing, I forget what it was. Somebody was like making some legal proceeding, like a contract or something like that, or maybe like sentencing. I can't remember. This was last year, but they used AI and there was hallucinations. And so some of the citations they didn't exist, and so it was thrown out of the courts. But it could be a useful discovery tool. How do we find stuff like that? I would suggest look for keywords out on the open web and see like people what they're doing right now. In scholarship, there is some really good stuff. Let me show you how to get there. So in this video, I'll show you how to use the library catalog and databases, but it's pretty quick on this one because artificial intelligence is like the keyword. So in our databases, by the way, we have a strict privacy policy. These are things that are embedded in my browser, but they never go forward to the database, so we don't look at any of your information. That's against the university policy. We wouldn't be accredited if we did that. So one thing that you should be aware of is if you put something in artificial intelligence, spelling counts. When you're looking for something, it only looks for the letters in the order that you have them. So in AI, if you type in artificial intelligence, there's an algorithm that'll look for synonyms for artificial intelligence, so like mathematical computing of prevalence of word proximity, blah, 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 whatever that is. But in this one, it only puts in the words that you put in, or the letters. And also, it puts them, if there's a space, that breaks up the keywords. So you have to, if it's more than one word, you got to put it in quotes. First things first, when you do a search, again, there's no synonyms or looking for anything. It's looking for that. And there's 4 million results. That's a bit, isn't it? So what we do is we add keywords after this and. So this is where you could put in, let's put in, I'll do criminal court. Again, I put it in quotes, so those two words stick together. So out of these 4 million results that had artificial intelligence in them, it's now with this and, it's going to look for everything that also has criminal court. Hey, that's a lot more reasonable. So as you can imagine, there's not a lot written on it. So I would recommend talking to your instructor what you're allowed to use. Because there's going to be like books and things and conference proceedings and so on and so forth. But peer-reviewed journals, these are the pinnacle of the unbiased peer-reviewed scholarship. So you're going to get some stuff where they're talking about, could artificial intelligence be sued? We found out recently that no, it's the company that made it that gets sued. But here we go. Trust for no, I'm looking for something. Legal decision networks, so maybe that's it. But what you could do is every time you come up with another keyword like that, you could do an or, legal decision. And you can add a synonym. And let's add some other ones too. Let's add some other court sounding ones. Or sentencing, and I have a bunch that I saved. So I've got plea bargain or indictment or arraignment. So if I don't know which keywords it's using, I could just throw in a whole potluck. Hey, legal procedure was a good one. Did I have that? Can't remember. I'll send you this list of keywords. But this is pretty much how you would go about it. I had legal decision, legal procedure. We'll have to add that. But then the keywords expand. So in the criminal courts, a lot of things happen that you could look for with other words, like Good Lord, big words for things like that. Hey, legal decision making. Did I have, oh, legal decision. Okay, that one's really good. Let's look at that. If you see a title that looks pretty good, go on in and look at the abstract. The abstract of a peer-reviewed article will all be kind of the rough same thing. So they'll talk about the problem in the first bit. They'll talk about how they gathered data, and then they will come to their conclusion at the tail end. Well, so they come up with safeguards and ethical guidelines. That's kind of, I wanted more conclusion. I wanted a conclusion like it's good or it's bad. But then when you want to see the full article, just click on this, and it will send you to a database where you can see the full text. For your infographic, by the way, look for pages that have tables and data. This one I don't think was. No, this one didn't. Let's see if we can find one that has tables and data in a database. So I'm going to take this same keyword set. I'll grab all of this. Artificial intelligence. Let's go look at a database. So you can go into, there's databases in psychology, which might be good for like the decision making. There's sociology, and you can go by subject. I'm going to do criminology since there's probably a good set right there. These are my two faves. I'm going to look at criminology collection, go to advanced search. I'm going to put that mess of keywords, and then I'm going to do artificial intelligence. Did I spell it correctly? I'm always doubting my spelling. Darn spell checkers. Okay, let's see what we get. Hey, 220. Oh, now hey, artificial intelligence isn't really high up there. I want it to be like in the title. So what you can do is modify it, and you can say, I want this artificial intelligence specifically to be in the document title. I don't want stuff where it's higgledy-piggledy all over the place. I want just like the best stuff. Hey, that one looks pretty good. Okay, this is how I would go about it. I'll send you the keywords in the email for this video, but let me know how it goes. I'm fascinated to see what you find. I had never thought of this angle of AI in like sentencing.